I will never go back to a 9-to-5 job ever again. You will never catch me stepping foot in the corporate world knowing what I know now and realizing how depressing the 9-to-5 world truly is. The grass is greener, I can tell you, in entrepreneurship and building your own business. And you need to realize times have changed. Starting a business is not as daunting as you may think, as it was in the 80s and 90s. The world has changed, people. You do not need to serve the hand that feeds you currently. Stop being a sheep and be the shepherd. This video has one purpose: to wake you up. But if you want to keep serving the hand that feeds you and you never want to escape, this video is not for you. So that's like a trigger warning disclaimer. This is for people who want to live a purpose-driven life with more fulfillment. And if that's you, stick around. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's dive straight into this. 365 days a year. And on average, most people work 332 of those days throughout the year. Does that sound fair? To me, it does not. You work 5 days a week to only have 2 days off on average. Does that sound fair? No. You book a holiday to escape your reality. Most people do. I used to work with loads of people who would book a holiday and go, oh, I can't wait to get away from this place. And you might have done that too. And if you have, let me know in the comments. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's time to change, time to wake up. And that's what I want to do in this video. Wake you up. The thought of coming home from a holiday and going back to that job, and you get that apprehensive feeling, a bit of anxiety, thinking, oh my God, I've got to go back to that job. Why are you continuing to feed the life that you don't want? You are told what to do in a job. You are given holiday, but you have to ask permission to take that holiday. You are told when you can have lunch. You are told who you have to work with and where you have to work. You could be micromanaged at any given moment. You could also be managed out of a job. You could be made redundant. You have to ask permission to take time off for a family funeral or argue the toss. You are just a number. You are also replaceable, and your job could be replaced in 72 hours with another monkey, despite how long you've been there, despite the amount of promotions that you've had, despite everything that you have dedicated to the hand that has fed you. You know, is this sinking in what I'm saying? You are building someone else's dreams. When you go in for an interview, you have to suppress all your creativity, your entrepreneurial side, your thinking outside the box methods, and the things that you want to do, personally develop, and all these skills that you have. You can't talk about that in a job interview because you have to act like dum-dum just to get the job. They don't want someone who's creative, thinking outside the box, who's quite entrepreneurial, who could perhaps overtake them in their job role. Don't want that. They want robots. I hope this is sinking in. So just think about that. You have to ask permission for everything. And in the 9-to-5, you know, whatever way you want to look at this, there will be some smart ass out there who will have an answer to what I'm saying, but this is the truth. So let it sink in for a moment. So some of you might be thinking, okay, I hear what you're saying. That is kind of true, Aaron. Well, it is true, but what can we do about it? Because some people reach out to me and they say, Aaron, it's not that easy to escape your job and build a business, and I don't have money. Okay, that's fine. You do what everyone else does. And what I did, you put in the time to build a business whilst working your full-time job. Whether you have a family or not, you put in the time. You go from your full-time job, 9 till 5, and then you still have a shift from 6 till 10. It's called doing 2 shifts. You do what you need to do. You go through the pain. You make the sacrifices. You apply discipline. You have to have all the key traits. You have to get your money right. So for all of you thinking, well, Aaron, I do want to escape my job and I am committed to this and I'm listening to you, my man. What do I need to do? Well, I've got 10 steps for you to follow. Number 1 is start valuing your time. You can spend time and you can use it however you want, but there's one thing you cannot do is save or make more time. You can only spend it. So you need to start valuing it. And when you exchange your time for an employer and you're putting in 40, 50, 60 hours a week, you have to ask yourself the question, are you getting a fair exchange? Now, some of you might say, well, I'm getting a salary, you know, and I'm happy with that. But are you really? Are you worth 13, 14, 15 pound an hour? Maybe you're on 20, 25 pound an hour. Is that all you're worth? Start valuing your time. So now you've got to be more strategic in where you spend your time. Start building your business. Start valuing the weekends. Stop accepting overtime. Build your own business. Stop going out for coffees and meeting up with people where there's no real advance in your life. There's no real development. Stop nattering about, the news and what people are up to. Start valuing your time. It's a commodity that is so precious that you never get back. You can't save it, you can't invest it, you can't make more time, you can only spend it. That's my number one tip to you. So stop accepting all this overtime and, being the first one in and the last one out. Follow my motto. Last one in, first one out. Number 2, learn something new. When people say to me, well, Aaron, how do I escape my job and make more money? Well, you have to add value to the market. You're in a job, you're serving that purpose of being in a job, doing your tasks. But when you leave your job, learn something new. Marketing, sales, affiliate, commission selling. Learn something new and then start applying it. And try and find something that you're passionate about, that you can really get your teeth sunk into, and work on that craft until you become an expert and you can start pumping that out and adding value and solving problems for people. Because then you can start to actually generate a new income by a new skill set that you have developed. Now, number 3, utilize the free resources. It always baffles me when people say, well, you need money to start a business. No, you don't. We're in a modern day and age, right, where you can start businesses by being really creative, and you can learn how to do that from the likes of TikTok, YouTube, podcasts, seminars, networking, speaking with people who have been in business, getting a mentor, having a coach that is 4 or 5 steps ahead of you. There is so many ways that you can learn how to excel in life and start something new and be incredibly successful. And it's about overcoming the what ifs and the buts and what if it doesn't work out and judgment. And it's just about learning and applying, rinsing and repeating, and just getting on with it. And there's so many resources that we have at our fingertips that it's got to a point now where there's no excuses. So you have to take control and control the controllables. Too many people try to blame external factors and people and why they can't do this, and it's because of this and the government and society and my family and my friends and, they're holding me back. No, it's your responsibility. Again, that's one of the things that you realize when you leave a full-time job is that you start taking control of your life. An entrepreneur, essentially, their revenue and profit is based on results. And that requires a level of accountability, ownership, responsibility, discipline, consistency. So if you haven't got those traits or you're not willing to adopt them, well, you will be a sheep forevermore because you'll never escape the 9 to 5. That's what it takes. Now, number 4, apply self-mastery. Commit to yourself. Stop telling everyone about your big plans. Create a very laser-focused internal bubble where you just build on you every single day. You work on your dreams and your goals, and you apply the self-mastery to become the new individual with new values and new standards to live a better life. Number 5, start a new job somewhere new. This is why I talk about don't get attached to titles. If you're trying to escape the 9 to 5 and you feel that too many people know about your personal life and they know what you get up to and they follow you on social media, which is always a massive no-no. But if it's too late and they follow you on social media, go get a new job where no one knows you, blank canvas, apply the self-mastery, which was point number 4. Don't tell everyone what you're up to. Don't tell everyone your big business goals. Do the job, stack the shelves, say morning, goodbye, be polite to people, and work on you outside of your job more so than the job itself. A job really, for people who want to escape, is just to keep them afloat financially until the business takes over the job income. Number 6, work smart, never hard. I do not work hard with my hands. I don't want to dig holes. I don't want to lift bricks. I don't want to do plumbing. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to physically work. I don't want to put shelves up. I don't want to do any of that. And I've had it in the past where people say to me, well, Aaron, who built your house? Okay, a builder built my house, but I don't want to be a builder. I know that there will always be doctors. I haven't got to worry about that. But for me and for you, we haven't got to worry about that, because this video is for future and potential entrepreneurs. This is for people who want to live a more purposeful life, a life by design, a lifestyle business where you can move around the world with a laptop and a phone and a camera and thrive and make a lot of money and be smarter with your working. Number 7, overcome fear and imposter syndrome of other people judging you. Do you know how many people do not live a fantastic, profitable, successful, developed life, lived to the max that was limitless? They never pursued any of it because they were too worried about everyone else. The judgment, the fear of failure. Why don't you start thinking about what if it works out? And ultimately, I promise you now, no one cares. People will laugh, people will point, people will judge, but hate never comes from above. And Winston Churchill said it perfectly. A man will never reach his destination if he stops to argue with every barking dog. And I promise you now, on your journey to escaping your job and living a life in the entrepreneurial world and building a very successful business where you have time freedom and financial stability and you just enjoy all the luxuries and the blessings of life, there will be many people along the way who will try and pull you down. You don't argue with those because they sit below you. And some people might be like, well, it's a bit arrogant. No, hate never comes from above. It only comes from below. And we don't want to be below. Number 9, stop worrying about things that haven't happened yet. We delay our own success by worrying about the things that haven't happened or may never happen. And that can cause stresses that you do not need. Most of the things that you worry about never come to life. So they're not worth worrying about. And let's face it, if you fail, at least you're the individual that kept pursuing their dreams. At least you tried. At least you can turn around to people and say, well, do you know what? I tried to pursue my dreams and I'm still trying. Just like me now, I'll never give up. And I hope you don't ever give up. Because all those people that will laugh if you ever fail, did you ever want them in your life? Should they even be in your life? You don't give them the time of day, so stop worrying. And number 10, the most important one, just start. Pick up the camera, start talking about things that you like. Start the business, start the artwork, start opening up the online shop, start your website, start your social media pages, start collaborating, start networking. Just start and commit 12 months to yourself because your life could change for the better. All of those who are stuck in their comfort bubble and continue to serve the hand that feeds them, let them get on with it. But life is for living and time goes incredibly quick. I will never, ever, ever go back to a job. I want full control of my life. What happens, my retirement, my family's life, where I end up, how much money I make, the life that I live, the body that I have, the mental stability that I have, the financial stability that I have. I'm fine with the control of all of that. I'm fine in taking the responsibility for all of that. And I don't care if I fail along the way. I don't care if I get rejected along the way. I'm going to embrace it because it's molding a stronger person and it would mold you too to be a stronger person. There's a great quote by Tim Grover and I love it. If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret. And essentially, for any of you that don't know what that means, and I'm sure you do, it means that the price of winning is tough and it changes daily. The sacrifices, the discipline, the short to medium term pain that you have to go through, the sleepless nights, being tired, waking up early, going to bed late, working out at the gym twice a day, staying mentally focused, saying no to people, committing to yourself. If you think that's hard and then achieving that success that you so want for you and your family, if you do not pursue that, wait till you get the bill from regret, and that will bite hard. You'll look back at your life and you will wish you could go back 30, 40 years and start again because life could have been so much better for you and your family. And guess what? You only get one shot. All of this doesn't happen again, none of this. You know, this is a Wednesday afternoon on this very day. This Wednesday afternoon is never coming back. Never. You get one shot. I really hope that I've woken some of you up because that's the purpose of my content. I really hope I've woken some of you up. You can be assigned a life or you can design a life. You can make a plan or you will be given a plan. You can position yourself in a market or a market will position you. My good people, please let me know what you liked most about this video. Until next time, I will see you all very soon.